anything yet? The bar is on the fucking floor, people, and I need you to jump over it. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Stop scrolling right now. A major Hollywood celebrity just completely melted down on camera because a reality star is destroying her favorite politician in the polls. You have to see this absolute panic. It's glorious.
Oh, hi. If you're seeing this video, this is a reminder that a straight white male, former reality star that has no previous experience in government should not be a legitimate political candidate.
Wait, did you catch that? Look at the sheer panic in her eyes right here. The establishment is literally melting down over someone they consider a total outsider. Chelsea Handler is visibly furious that a reality star is running for mayor, but she's completely missing the incredible irony that the current legacy politicians have driven the city straight into the ground. She claims the bar is on the floor, but let's be honest, who actually put it there? When you have career politicians failing year after year, people are naturally going to look for a disruptor. This isn't just about Spencer Pratt anymore. It's about a massive, undeniable shift in voter psychology. Everyday people are so desperate for authenticity and real-world solutions that they don't care about a traditional political resume. They just want someone who isn't part of the corrupt machine. The sheer arrogance of Hollywood elites telling voters who is and isn't legitimate is exactly why their side is bleeding support right now. It's a masterclass in how to alienate the working class.
Are involved in that?
To me, are criminals.
Okay.
If you are making money off of this stuff, you're criminal.
Listen closely to what he just said, because absolutely nobody else in politics has the guts to say this out loud on camera. He is directly attacking the multi-million-dollar homeless nonprofit industrial complex. When he specifically says they are criminals making salaries over $1 million, while the street problem actually gets worse, he is striking at the very core of why Los Angeles is struggling. He's exposing the massive financial incentive to keep the crisis going indefinitely. Think about it. If you actually solve the problem, the federal funding stops, and these massive salaries completely disappear overnight. Notice his body language here. He isn't using polished, focus-grouped political jargon. He's speaking with the raw, unfiltered frustration of an everyday citizen paying exorbitant taxes. This is exactly why the political elite is terrified of him. He is ripping the mask off the entire operation, bypassing the traditional media filters and speaking directly to exhausted voters. That level of brutal transparency is rare, and it's highly dangerous to the status quo.
No representation, no revenue, no one black should be on a playing field of institutions that's living off of our labor, and yet in states that are seeking to reinstitute a...
Pause right there and seriously think about the sheer magnitude of this demand. The NAACP is literally asking 18-year-old high school athletes to throw away full-ride SEC college scholarships, potentially millions of dollars in NIL money, and a direct pipeline to the NFL or NBA. And for what exact purpose? To be used as pure political leverage. Look at the aggressive framing here. They are calling it a sharecropping reality, but they are the ones specifically asking young athletes to sacrifice their own generational wealth, while the older activists get to keep their high-paying leadership jobs. Notice who actually pays the price in this scenario. The older political leaders aren't resigning from their cushy positions. They want young, vulnerable athletes to shoulder the entire financial burden of this boycott. It is a stunning, almost unbelievable miscalculation of human incentives. You absolutely cannot ask the youth to forfeit life-changing, legacy-building opportunities for a temporary political stunt and expect it to work in the real world.
If you've seen these AI-generated ads elevating candidate for Los Angeles mayor...
Did you see those visuals? We are watching the real-time, undeniable death of the traditional, boring, million-dollar television campaign ad. This is a complete game changer for modern politics. Spencer Pratt's supporters are using generative AI to turn him into a literal superhero and his opponent into a Batman villain, and it is going incredibly viral across every platform. The news anchor seems genuinely stunned by the effectiveness of it. But here is the absolute genius part. The campaign isn't even paying a dime for this. It's completely decentralized, user-generated content. Voters are essentially memeing their preferred candidate into absolute power. Traditional DC consultants are absolutely terrified right now because they cannot control this wild narrative. And more importantly, they can't charge their standard 15% commission on it. This proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that if you capture the chaotic energy of the internet, your supporters will do all the heavy lifting for you. It bypasses legacy media entirely.
John.
Absolutely. And that is the thing to me where he communicates in a way that no other politician's communicating, and actually does relate to the Graham thing in the sense of there's an authenticity there that I think really attracts people. I mean, that's when I see someone like Spencer Pratt succeeding, I think it's an indictment on us as a Democratic Party. We need to, and this is why, I think Mayor Mamdani has done a remarkable job and laid a platform where it's not just words every day.
Hold up. Did you actually catch that stunning admission? This is a panel on a major left-leaning network, and they are openly confessing on live television that their party is completely failing to communicate with voters. When they explicitly say it's an indictment on us, they are acknowledging that Spencer Pratt's raw authenticity is completely destroying their highly scripted, heavily focused-grouped political strategy. The commentator openly admits that Pratt addresses real, tangible issues in Los Angeles without sounding like a robotic, highly paid consultant. This is the ultimate, undeniable proof that modern voters can smell inauthenticity from a mile away. People don't want polished, focus-grouped talking points anymore. They want someone who sounds like a normal human being having a candid conversation at a local coffee shop. The political establishment is fully panicking right now because they know deep down they cannot replicate that kind of genuine grassroots energy, no matter how many millions of dollars they spend on elite PR firms.
Response. That's right. We are here standing and
look very closely at the intentional optics of this press conference. You have some of the most powerful, wealthy politicians in Washington standing safely behind a podium, aggressively demanding that college athletes walk away from their respective schools. Hakeem Jeffries is dramatically calling this an unprecedented attack, but the underlying strategy here is entirely performative. They are desperately trying to manufacture a civil rights crisis, using Southern college sports as the designated battleground. But notice the massive hypocritical disconnect. These politicians have incredible federal power and influence, yet their grand solution is to ask college freshmen to risk their entire financial futures. They aren't passing actual legislation to fix the issue. They are cowardly outsourcing the massive sacrifice to teenagers. This is a textbook, classic example of modern political theater. It sounds incredibly dramatic and powerful on television cameras, but when you break down the actual real-world logistics, it completely falls apart and leaves the youth holding the bag.
Thank you. Yeah, there's nothing like getting endorsed by President Trump. I think he's the most...
Pay incredibly close attention to exactly how he frames this massive political endorsement. Getting the official nod from Donald Trump is described as the absolute gold standard because it immediately and violently shifts the balance of power in the entire state. Paxton is being incredibly casual here, almost laughing off the massive political earthquake this just caused within the GOP. He knows full well that this endorsement isn't just about him getting reelected. It is a direct, undeniable warning shot to the entrenched establishment Republicans in Texas. It signals clearly that the old guard is rapidly losing its grip on the voter base. Notice how he pivots immediately to actual policy, bringing up the Save America Act. He is brilliantly contrasting Trump's aggressive, action-oriented approach with the stagnant, slow-moving Senate that refuses to pass meaningful legislation. Paxton is masterfully weaponizing the sudden momentum to publicly embarrass the senators who have stalled the bill. The establishment is officially terrified because they can't control the narrative anymore. Hit subscribe, drop a comment below on who you think is winning this culture war, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.